Selected Tales of a Dublin Doctor. Our late father, Patrick Bofin, died at 63 way back in 1990. Our mum survived him by 30 years. Both Dad and Mum were medical doctors. Dad had been a professor of forensic medicine and for many years the Dublin City coroner. As any student who attended his lectures in the Royal College of Surgeons would testify, Dad wrote and presented very well. He made often gruesome topics from recognising types of gunshot wounds to the effect of immersion in the sea on a cadaver, both bearable and interesting. One of the things he did for escape was to write and contribute stories to the Sunday Miscellany programme on Ireland's national broadcaster, RTE. Following her passing in January 2020, I was going through Mum's papers, and buried at the back of a press, I found a file of all Dad's scripts and submissions, carefully typed on his trusted Remington portable typewriter. In this podcast series, I reread Dad's stories. I hope I do them justice, and I hope that you enjoy them too. A meeting in the Green Bar. It was a mid-November night in 1948, cold and wet with a light fall of snow. A friend and I were trudging our way home from a student meeting in the Royal College of Surgeons. We walked over the south side of St. Stephen's Green into Lower Leeson Street. The snow got heavier. At that time, there was a public house on the south side of Leeson Street called the Green Bar. It was small, with an uncovered wooden floor, and was divided up by ornate partitions into what the locals called confession boxes. A door at the back opened into the inevitable snug. As we made our way to the bar, I saw on our extreme right one of the great sights of Dublin in those days. Perched on a high stool and leaning back against the wall, coat undone, collar open, no tie, and in full verbal spate, was Brendan Behan. He sat there, plump thighs overflowing the stool, one hand encircling a pint glass, and the other moving in slow, open-handed gestures that accompanied the soft, gravelly voice. He was in the company of 4 younger men, 3 of whom were Dublin working class, and the 4th a bewildered arty type with yellow cravat and pale corduroys. I would love to have got closer, but it was well known that in doing so, one would risk an accusation of bloody earwigging and would have to suffer the ignominy of a sustained Behan tirade against nosy parkers who cannot mind their own flamin' business. After a few minutes, the door behind us flew open, and standing there surveying us all, surrounded by whirling snowflakes, was himself. The gorgeous Gael, big, still handsome, dressed in a camel hair coat with red paisley scarf, and with the snowflakes melting in his black curly hair, he said, "Now isn't that cosy?" He was accompanied by 3 acolytes. Jack Doyle, one-time heavyweight boxer, cursed with a glass chin, one-time cabaret entertainer, singer, and of course husband of the beautiful Movita, the Mexican actress. Sadly, all that was behind him, and he was now struggling to maintain an image in the hope of a reversal of fortune. He went to the confessional on the extreme left. Drinks were set up. A stillness followed with no conversation from either end of the bar. My friend, who knew his Dublin, looked apprehensive. We both knew that no bar in Dublin was big enough to sustain these 2 characters, and we were in one of the smallest, standing between the 2 camps. After some time, Behan finished his pint and slid down from the stool. He walked slowly up to Jack Doyle. We held our breath. With a half smile, he held out his hand and said, "Welcome to the Green Bar, Jack." They shook hands. Brendan then positioned himself beside Doyle, and grasping the gorgeous Gael's right wrist, he raised the hand above his head as referees do with the winner of a boxing match. He looked round at us, and in a loud fairground voice he said, "You're looking at the hand that shook the hand of Brendan Behan." He turned, and followed by his retinue, he went out into the snow of Leeson Street. A silence followed, and as we finished our drinks, I heard Doyle mutter, "What the hell did he mean by that? He's too damn cute, that fella Behan."